Hello everyone, a very warm welcome to all of you once again to my channel Simplifying Business Studies. Myself Kashish Talwani, your business studies teacher, is here again with another part of this chapter, which is chapter number 2 of class 11th, Forms of Business Organization. So let us quickly see what we have today for all of you. So we are going to do a comparative study on all forms of business organizations which we have covered so far. So this will be a recapitulation of all what we have learned so far, and also this is going to be very interesting. So let us quickly start our session. So this table of comparison will be on these following bases. And we will be comparing these 5 forms of business which we have studied so far: sole proprietor, partnership, Hindu undivided family, cooperative society, and company. So let us understand the first comparison, which is on the basis of formation. So sole proprietorship form of business is easy to form, and it does not require any kind of formality, any kind of legal registration. But in case of partnership, it is equally easy to form a partnership firm. But yes, here you can get your firm registered under the Partnership Act 1932, and this registration has its own benefits. That is why it is said that it is optional, it is not mandatory. HUF, there is no need for any kind of registration. It is of course easy to form. There are certain conditions for the formation of it which we are going to study in later part of this video. Cooperative society registration is compulsory. Without this kind of registration, no such organization can be formed. In case of company, yes, registration is compulsory, it is mandatory, and it requires a very lengthy and a very expensive process. So this is the first distinction on the basis of formation. Second is number of members. In sole proprietor, there is only one member, there is only one owner of the business who takes care of the business, who manages business, who brings in all the capital, who enjoys all the profits, who bears all the losses. So there is only one person. In partnership, minimum there is two number of people, and maximum it is 50 as per the Companies Act, and it is restricted to 50 members by Government of India. HUF, in case of HUF, there should be at least 2 adult male members in the family, and there are certain other requirements also. In cooperative society, there should be 10 adult members, and there is no limit for the maximum number of people in this kind of organization. In case of company, there should be minimum 2 people, maximum 50. In case of private company, in case of public company, 2 minimum members should be there, and maximum number of for the maximum number of persons there is no limit. Now let us understand about capital contribution. So sole proprietor, because this is one individual who brings in all the capital, so yes, there is limited capital, there is limited capacity of this person to bring in this capital. In case of partnership, yes, it is limited capital if we will compare to other forms of business like cooperative society, like company. But yes, definitely it is more than sole proprietor, because here more than two people, two or more than two people comes across with their capital, with their efficiencies. So yes, it is more than sole proprietor, but it can be less than company. In case of HUF, there should be some ancestral property which is utilized to do the business, to do this kind of family business. So no capital is brought in from outside. The ancestral property or the whatever the family has created for itself over a very long period of time, it is considered as the capital of the business. In case of cooperative society, because this kind of society is not formed to create or generate profit, it is only formed for the welfare of its members. So yes, there are very limited resources. In case of company, large financial resources can be collected, can be arranged, because there are certain formats through which a public company can go for an issue through prospectus in the market, through which public can come across and they can invest in the company, and this is a good means to collect large amount of financial resources. Let us understand liability. Sole proprietor has unlimited liability. Partnership has unlimited partners in a partnership business has unlimited liability. That means if the business assets will not be enough for paying off debts of the business, the personal property of owners of the business will be utilized to pay off the debts of the business. In case of HUF, only Karta, which is the head of the family, will have unlimited liability. All other members other than Karta, they will have limited liability. In case of cooperative society, every member has limited liability up to their share in the cooperative society. This is similar to the case of cooperative society in a company. All the shareholders who invest in the company will have limited liability up to the amount they have invested in the company. Now, next point is management and control. So, in sole proprietor, the whole business is managed by the owner himself. In partnership, the whole business is managed by all the partners or as it has been decided among them. In HUF, the management and control is in the hands of Karta. He will be the decision maker of the business. Others definitely can come across and help him in decision making, in management, in controlling the business. But ultimately, the final decision lies in hands of Karta. In case of cooperative society, a management committee is formed, and that management committee is responsible for management and control of the whole society. In company, there are certain professionals which are hired, and these professionals are generally appointed by the directors. And now, who are the directors? Directors are the elected members, elected representatives of the shareholders. So yes, they take care of the business by hiring specialists and experts in different fields. So yes, managerial capacity in a company is better than any other form of business. Let us understand few more points. Continuity. So sole proprietor's existence, sole proprietorship business existence depends upon the owner. If something happens to owner, the business will also come to an end. Partnership, definitely it is more stable than sole proprietor, because here more than two or more than two partners are involved. But again, if something happens to any one of the partners, the partnership will be dissolved. HUF has a stable existence. If something happens to Karta, maybe his death or insanity, then the next eldest member of the family becomes the Karta. So yes, it has a stable existence, which is which is not affected by the Karta of the family. Cooperative society, it also has a stable existence. Members may enter the organization, members may leave the organization, but it has a separate existence. The entry or exit of members will not affect the existence of cooperative society. Similar is the case with the company. It has separate legal existence. It is called an artificial person by law, which is separate from the life, death, insanity of its members. So yes, it has absolutely stable, separate and continuous existence. Legal status. Sole proprietor has no separate legal status. It is just the same as its own owner. Partnership also doesn't have a separate legal status. That means if something happens to any of the owners, it will have a direct impact on the business. HUF has a separate legal existence. That means if something happens to any of the members, the organization, the HUF business can exist by having the next eldest member as the Karta of the family. Same is the case with cooperative society and company. Entry, exit, death, lunacy, anything happens to the members will not affect their existence. Now, sharing of profit. In sole proprietorship form of business, the owner, the sole proprietor, gets all the profit. Here, in case of partnership, this profit is divided among the partners as per the ratio which they have decided in the agreements. HUF, all the members will get equal share in the profit, despite of how much work they are doing, how much contribution they are putting into management. despite of the fact that whether a member is a major or is an adult or a minor, but everyone in the family will get equal share. Cooperative society, everyone will get it is actually shared as per the volume of the business with the cooperative society. In case of company, the profit is as per the number of share a person is holding. If someone is holding 100 share, he will get the dividend as per that amount. If someone is holding 1000 share, he will get the dividend as per that 1000 shares. So it is as per the number of shares. Business secrecy, there is absolute perfect secrecy in sole proprietorship because it doesn't have to publish its accounts. There is no compulsion like that. In case of partnership, yes, secrecy is there, but it is shared among all the partners. HUF secrecy can be maintained if there is good tuning, good cooperation between all the co-partners. They don't need to publish their accounts anywhere in newspaper or any on any other means. In cooperative society, secrecy is shared among members, and also they have to uh, report, send reports about their financial position to the registrar. In case of company, there is absolutely no secrecy, we can say that, because it is shared among all the members, and also public reports publishment is compulsory for a public limited company. So children, these are the points of differentiation among all these different forms of business which we have studied so far. So I'm sure you understood what I'm trying to explain through this video. If you have any doubts, you can always reach me through the comment box or this email ID. I hope you had a good time going through my video. Thank you very much. Have a very nice day ahead.